What's up, guys? Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming here with another video, and for all you Marvel fans or superhero fans that are looking into Marvel's The Avengers, I was given a video by a friend of mine. I was also given some thoughts by him, and I feel that I should cover this in a video. So I've watched quite a few reviews for Marvel's Avengers, and this game, after playing the beta and playing the game itself yesterday night with some cousins of mine and managed to actually play it extensive amount of hours throughout the night, I gotta say that a lot of the reviews are very inconsistent and the reviews are very negatively biased. And what do I mean by negatively biased? Well, there was already a bunch of channels and a bunch of reviewers that were going to go into this game trashing it, but also try to give minor pluses so they themselves don't look biased. Now, after playing Marvel's The Avengers, this is not a review because I don't own it. Unless I own the game, I'm not going to review it, but I'm going to give my general thoughts in this video. So, the game is very much like I said it was going to be from the beta when I gave my impressions of the beta. It's a third-person online Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Now, if you could look at it like that, you'll actually have a really good time. And I want to quickly debunk a lot of the microtransaction issues that people have, saying that it's too grindy and repetitive. Well, before we get into that, I'm going to show you a list of channels that have reviewed it so far, and I would say about 40% of them are being honest, but 60% of them are being dominant, and they're the clickbaiters. We all know which ones are the clickbaiters. I mean, we can obviously know that Dreamcast guy is a clickbaiter because he immediately went in raw negatively with it. So, for example, take what Dreamcast guy said and just have a bunch of YouTubers cloning what he says with different words, basically. So that just shows you that there was already a lot of bias and negativity toward it. There's a lot of things to do in this game that is surprising, by my understanding. Saying that there's no end game. Actually, there's more in this game than there was in the beta. And saying that it's grindy is actually misrepresenting the grind. There's a lot of games that we like that we do grind for certain things, and here's an example. I played as Iron Man. I only played him for, let's say, 2-3 hours, maybe 4 because we were all grouped together, and I leveled him up damn near to 30 on his pass thing and higher, so I can get more looks, more outfits, and there's even more abilities to play around with. The game really does feel like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but people will never say that those games are repetitive. Nobody will ever say the X-Men Legend games are repetitive because those were classics. Now, if you're already going to go in, this is where most reviewers fail. They will already go into it with checkpoints to say, okay, this, and this. And the reason for that is today most reviewers are gaming snobs. They want perfection. They want every game that comes out to meet their standards. Now, when you have people that have such high standards for video games, any little thing or anything that they don't agree with, despite everything else could be great, if there's only a few things, they'll just immediately start saying, yeah, this is bad, I don't like this, okay, I'm going to drop the game below. If I was to rate this game for what I have played, it's a B+ at best. The game's a B+ at best, which is not bad at all. So go into this game with your own mind, and obviously do what I do. This is how you get more of a genuine and honest review out of gamers, or someone like me. I go into everything with low expectations. I let my expectations and everything build while I'm playing it. I don't go in with a high expectation set of beer goggles, because if you do that, you're not going to be able to review things clearly, and you're not going to be able to review things honestly. So what I do, or plan to do with any game I do, I never review them straight away. I will give them more time, give it a month or so. If it's something that is already really good out of the gate, then I'll review it within a week or so. But for a game like this, I plan to give it a month before I talk about it and discuss it, to give plenty of time to express how I feel. But be careful when you guys go on the internet about this game, okay? A lot of people listen to reviews, and sometimes these reviews, especially like from IGN and many other channels that claim to be high-level reviewers, already go in with a bias of either too positive or too negative. Go in with everything with low expectations for any movie, any game, or any TV show, because then anything you think about it could build from that point. There's only really one person that gave an honest review, and that is the channel Worth a Buy, compared to other reviewers. Reviewers who actually honestly gave a review of the game, it has a good art style. Okay, the graphics, do they really have to be perfect for a superhero game? Superhero games are not meant to look really, really, really good, okay? I would say, think of it as slightly less than Spider-Man. It's like a grade below Marvel's Spider-Man. That's as best. And the AI to the companions is actually surprisingly really good. The soundtrack, the sounds themselves, and complaining about enemy AI, or not enemy AI, my bad, complaining about bugs and glitches in multiplayer games at this point is just redundant. That's just a cheap checkpoint that every reviewer has to toggle so they can say, okay, I got everything. I think bugs and glitches in multiplayer games, I haven't really had that many when we played. We had a few, but we were able to get through them. So that at this point in gaming should just be a moot point, or something that should be done very last, because it could lead to a lot of biased reviews. If you don't think so, go check out Dreamcast Guy, or how I like to say Clickbait Guy, and see what I mean. That's all I gotta say, guys. This is Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming, and I'll be able to check you all in the next video.